This will be the last call of the night. Caleb, the Spelling Bee host. You're on with Pigskin Pete.
What's going on, Pete?
What is going on, Caleb? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? That was a awesome caller, by the way. Traveling Fools.
Yeah, he's something else,
Nice
isn't
hanging out.
he? Yeah, he's something else.
Yes, he is indeed.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to call to discuss, is sports fandom bad for your health? So
thank you.
Obviously, I'm a Georgia fan, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to say yes because, I've seen many collapses for Georgia's football program, and I feel like it's just drained my life expectancy just year by year, even at 15.
So I would have to agree with you that probably. So the reason that most of us watch sports is to escape everyday problems, monotony, entertainment. The same reason we watch movies, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'll quote my dad here. My dad's a very smart man, wise man. He's 80 years old now.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I remember having this conversation with my dad several years ago, and we were talking about this very thing. Is sports bad for your health? I think it is bad for some people's health because of the stress, like the people that take it too seriously. And I consider myself to be as big a sports fan as anybody else, right? Yeah. Especially when it comes to Clemson football. But my dad said that he thinks the older you get, the better sports are for your health. And his theory is that when you get old and you retire and you no longer have to go to work every day or whatever, and your family's grown and out of the house, your kids are gone, it's just you, either you by yourself or maybe you and your wife if she's still alive. And sports gives you something to look forward to every day. And I have to agree with that. I'm not a baseball fan. Are you a baseball fan, Caleb?
Yes, sir, I am. And the Braves are my team, so I'm not sure if you're aware of their postseason collapses, but yeah.
Right. So when I was a kid, when I say I was a kid, like from all the way up until about high school, a young kid. I played every sport. I played played football. I played golf. I played baseball. I played basketball. I was really into basketball. Basketball and golf were my two really main sports I played and were really good at. But anyway, I played everything and I was into everything. I loved Major League Baseball. I loved the NBA. I loved the NFL. I loved everything. And so, with baseball in particular, you ever go to these baseball stadiums in the middle of the summer when Atlanta's playing the New York Mets on a Tuesday afternoon at noon, and it's 95 degrees outside. It's a Tuesday. Most people are at work, so the stadium is only half full. But you look around, and you see a bunch of 65 and older men hanging out, right? And you could tell that they're there all the time. So they are hardcore fans, and they sit there and they, what do they call it? Where you hold the paper where you sit there and you mark down the balls and the strikes and what do you call that? I'm having a brain fart here.
I like scorekeeping.
Yeah, scorekeeping or whatever. They know everybody on the roster literally every single pitcher on the roster, every single player on the roster. They know who pitched last Tuesday, who's going to pitch next Tuesday. And so it keeps their mind going and they enjoy it. Yeah. And let's be real here. So most of these guys, if their wife is still alive, they've been married for 40 years. And so they get 3 or 4 hours to get out of the house away from their wife and come to the ballpark and have a beer and a hot dog and sit there and watch the baseball game. So in that respect, I think the older you get, the better being a hardcore sports fan is for your health. For young people like you and me, you're a lot younger than me, but I'm still relatively young in the grand scheme of things. I think it's actually maybe more detrimental to our health than it is to an older person's health, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and it doesn't help. Like I said, you got Georgia, Braves, Falcons, and Hawks.
Yes.
So basically all four of those teams combined, just disappointment after disappointment.
Well, being a Falcons fan will kill you in 2 years. I'm surprised you're still alive.
Yeah. See, yeah. There, I've broken things over the Falcons.
Of course you have.
I remember the 2018 LSU game when we went to Baton Rouge and got our, just got absolutely beat like a drum.
Yeah.
I had a Georgia, I guess not really a cover, it was more like a sheet or whatever, and I just ripped it. I just full speed just punched it, and it broke off. It ripped.
I've gotten
said enough with this.
I have gotten soft in my mid-age. I'm a middle-aged man now, and 20 years ago, if I was watching a Clemson game, and it doesn't matter who they were playing, but hell, back then they were losing, to any and everybody. Like they would beat a top 10 team 1 week, and the next week they would lose to Duke or whatever. And I was way more emotional, and I would it would piss me off. Now that I'm older, I've calmed down a lot, I think, and I'm not near as mad about sports as I used to be.
Yeah, I get really upset. I might even be double Uncle Lou, but
damn.
I don't know if I could.
That's saying something. That's saying something if you're double Uncle Lou mad.
Yeah, and it was frustrating having to watch Jack Fromm for 3 years. And
I can imagine.
You had Stetson Bennett for the first half of the year, and watching Stetson Bennett underthrow, overthrow, sideways throw, the D lineman bats it down at the line of scrimmage. I mean, it was frustrating, man.
I'll even say this: I'm not even a Georgia fan, and I was frustrated watching that. It was a mind-boggling thing that he was starting. Mind-boggling.
Yeah, and I was born in 2005, and my earliest disappointment memory for Georgia would be the 2012 SEC championship. I remember watching that whole game. We're about to drive down the field and win it. Oh, out of timeouts. Oh, game over.
Dave, you're making me feel old. You were born in 2005. Hell, my son was born in 2007.
Yep, I was born in 2005. Yes, sir.
So do you
felt like
do you play? Of course, for anybody who doesn't know who this is Caleb. He came to the Slob Olympics, and your dad came with you, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, your dad was really cool. Is your dad on YouTube too? Does he like watch the YouTube shows or whatever?
He watches some with me. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
What does he think about us? Does he think we're all a bunch of idiots? I don't think he does, because he seemed like
he loves all y'all, man.
Yeah.
He thinks it's pretty. Man, I remember when I was just mainly watching Lou. This was a couple years ago before I expanded really on all y'all.
Yeah.
But I first started watching Lou. I'd show him videos, and he'd just laugh.
Yeah.
He would just be like, "Man, this guy's crazy."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, your dad. He's a man's man. He's straightforward kind of. He's definitely a super nice guy, but he's a straightforward kind of person. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure he thinks we're all idiots. If he doesn't, he's not very smart. But I forget where I was going with this. Oh yeah, everybody. This is Caleb. He was at the Slob Olympics. He hosted the spelling bee, and so basically he told us everybody what the words were going to be, and a definition for the word and how to pronounce it and whatnot. But so Caleb, do you play any sports in high school right now?
I do, sir. I'm playing baseball, which I'm not this year. In my 10th grade year, I took this year for online. I just did online. I did last year, my freshman year. And then sports outside of school, I play basketball and football.
Okay, cool.
But just for school, I played. But I haven't this year.
So do you have I believe you said that you're in the 10th grade? You're a sophomore in high school, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's right around the time, I remember it clearly when I was in high school, that you start looking around at, colleges. Do you want to go to college? Do you not want to go to college? Look, there's nothing wrong with not going to college. You might want to go into some sort of business, trade, or whatever. Have you thought about any of that, or do you have a plan for any of that, or what's going on there?
I do. I want to go to Georgia.
Okay.
And that's the dream. Obviously, I mean,
Right.
I'll take a technical school or a D3, a D2. I mean, obviously, we have Mercer around here.
Uh-huh.
A couple other schools. I'll take those. I might even go to a rival if they give me an opportunity. But I want to, I want to major in criminal justice and minor in communications.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Major in criminal justice. So what? So in Caleb's dream world, what do you want to do with the criminal justice degree? What kind of job are you looking to get? What kind of career field?
Probably just law enforcement.
Okay.
Just to be an officer, probably.
Oh, so you want to go into the police
And
force?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. I have a lot of different routes that I might want to take, but just as far as like a degree in college, and then the communications, I would look down a broadcasting pathway, a sports broadcast.
That sounds cool too. Yeah. Well, good. I mean, I hope that all works out for you. See, when I was in 10th grade, I didn't have a plan. I mean, I knew there was a bunch of different things I was interested in, but as far as where I wanted to go to school, what I wanted to do as a career, I had no idea. So the fact that you're already thinking that, I want to do this, that's amazing. So I have no doubt. I have no doubt that you'll succeed at whatever you do. You're a very smart. I don't want to call you a kid, but you're a smart guy.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'd say that sports is probably the dream because
Of course.
I can sit around and talk about sports all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, college football, NFL, MLB, NBA. I mean,
Yeah.
you name it.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah. Well, I guess I'll let you off of here, man. I appreciate you taking my call. I just thought I'd give my opinion as a Georgia sports fan and the just humiliation and disappointment that I receive every year. And it just, it never seems to change. So.
Yeah, I sympathize with you
Maybe
there. Real quick before you go, are you planning on going to the Clemson and Georgia game?
I'm thinking about it heavily, sir. I definitely am. I'm thinking about it heavily. I just know that tickets are outrageous.
Yeah, so so we're in the same boat. It's probably going to depend on how much it costs, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, because money doesn't grow on trees.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It does. If it did, the world would be a lot easier.
Yes. Anyway, so I hope to see you there if you do go. We'll see, but I'm sure I'll talk to you.
That would be my first Georgia.
Oh, that'll be your first Georgia what? First Georgia game or first Georgia game away from?
That would be my first Georgia game in person. Yeah, and what a better first game than a non-con neutral site.
Wow. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
That would be.
I've never been to Sanford yet.
Oh my Lord. Whenever you finally do make a Georgia game, whether it's at Sanford Stadium or anywhere, it's going to blow your mind. Have you ever been to any college football games or just not any Georgia ones?
No, I've never been any college football.
Oh my God.
I've been to lower classification, like I've been to I've been to Mercer games.
Yeah, no. That's that. Look, look. You know when they say, oh, that high school team, this and that high school team. It's not really a high school team, but they're comparing. So that is kind of like a high school team compared to a major college football game. It will. I'm telling you, it will change your whole view of college football if you go to one of these big on-campus games. It will blow your mind.
Yeah, but
it'll blow your mind.
Yeah, I expect it. I definitely expect that, and I hope to be able to go to the Georgia Clemson game.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. We have a year between, or not a year, the entire summer between now. Oh, the entire spring and summer, really, between now and the Georgia game. We need to start a GoFundMe to get you there. We got to get everybody on YouTube right now who's listening, which I'm sure there's at least 5 of you. We need to get Caleb. We need to get Caleb there. We need to start a GoFundMe. Everyone throw in $4, $5. Get Caleb a ticket. He needs to see a major college football game. What would you think about that if we bought you a ticket?
that would be awesome, man. I just,
I'm going to talk, I'm not even joking about this. I'm going to talk to some people, some other YouTuber people, and see if we cannot, first of all, I'm not sure if I'm going because I don't know. I'm not paying $500 for a ticket, but if we can get a ticket at a reasonable price, I'm going to talk to some other guys and see if we can all throw in and get you a ticket too. I want you to be there.
All right, I appreciate that, Pete.
All right, man.
You obviously don't have to do that, man.
I know, but I want to.
That would be
yeah.
That would be amazing. But what a better first game than to watch a beating.
Yeah, right. Beating of the haters.
I have to throw in the trash talk.
Yeah, of course.
I assume it'll be a beating of Clemson.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, Caleb, I'll buy you a ticket to come watch Georgia destroy Clemson, and so I can feel even worse about it.
Well, I had to throw that in.
Yeah.
I couldn't go away, even though you're helping me out. That was wrong of me to say that.
No. That's fine. Look. You could talk all the trash you want. Because we all know what really is going to happen, and it's not going to be pretty. But no, seriously, I will. I'll talk to. I'm going to talk to some people. I'll talk to Uncle Lou and BVD and some of these other guys and get the message out. And maybe we can get a fund up and get you a ticket. Now, again, that's predicated on the fact that I'm going to even be able to afford to go. So, but I think we can. I think we can work it out. We'll see. All right, Caleb, you're amazing and fantastic, sir. Thank you for calling in, buddy.